Hello and welcome back everyone to City Skylines, new Vooper, where we are trying to build a nice new city for displaced Vooperians in the war, and hopefully at some point we can just turn it into a nice city without needing it to be a place for war refugees. Now wouldn't that be nice? Well, we're figuring out peace terms and stuff, such as arresting everyone involved, so working on it. Let's just quickly get rid of this power line since it serves no use anymore. Great. A little bit more space for industry and stuff. Let's get a bit more commercial in here. So last time we built up the core foundation of the city, and it's looking pretty good. We have a very nice spot for a highway here. We've got a very thick center road here to get our people across, but overall, things are going rather well. I think that we're lacking education, though, so let's get that all set. Let's put a nice community elementary school. Very nice. Somewhere that's not occupied, please. Here we go. Bam. Very nice. Now we have capacity for everyone. You want to go to school? Well, now you can at the beautiful community school, which has a very nice patio on the top as well. I see students fighting over those spaces. There's not many chairs. Okay, fantastic. So, as it stands, we have a ridiculous amount of residential demand. Like, an insane amount of residential demand. And we're going to try to make our citizens happy and try to fill in that demand. Let's make a very simple, straight down line here to try to... I know the roads and stuff are pretty creative and squiggly over here, but we're going to try to calm it down a little bit so that we can pack some more people in. We just have such a high amount of people that want to move in. We've got to be a little bit more strategic about it. So let's go ahead and zone a bit more residential area. Very good. Nice! We're a tiny town now. Great. Looking good. We're a tiny town. Okay, let's get our water service spread a little bit for... Oh, actually, that's perfect. Okay, great. And then at the same time, we're going to try to make these guys over here happy. We're bringing this out to, like, here. Bring it down to, like, here. And over here. Now, I'm not going to get this perfect, but I'm going to try to make it pretty symmetrical. Like, symmetrical enough that someone would go, oh, wow, look. He tried to make that symmetrical and utterly failed. Yeah, that's gonna be close enough for me. Then this goes through like this and this. Great. And this comes around like this. Is that it? I think I've done it, and then this just needs to come around like this. Oh, wow, look at that. It's, you know what? That's almost hard to tell that it's not symmetrical. If the grid wasn't there, it would be pretty challenging to figure that out. There we go. Our first section of the city is pretty much done here. Our first residential section. I think it looks pretty nice. It's not perfect, but it's a start. Look at that. It's beautiful. People are gonna move in, give us tax money, and then we're going to be able to expand it so that we can rescue even more people. Fantastic. Also, I'm just going to expand this road in the center here because it's going to be a pretty major road eventually, so might as well get the pain and agony of upgrading it out of the way now rather than later. And just make sure everything that we broke was zoned, back zoned in. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Look at that. Look at that. We've got such a beautiful city growing. So I'm going to start planning more of the city because I feel like the planning phase is important to the success of the city overall. Now we want some very high amounts of traffic to be able to go along the coast here because we're going to have tourism. We're going to have a lot of people living here. and we're just going to have a lot of commercial as well. So there we go. We're going to have this high-density road going through here, which this center road here is actually going to connect directly to get people over there. I mean, we're also going to have outlets from the highway, of course, which is the second thing we're going to do. Let's get... Oh my! Uh-oh. That was a mistake. Wrong type of road. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Nobody really goes that way anyways. So it wasn't really the end of the world, but it was not good. That definitely wasn't what it was supposed to be. Okay, here we go. And now, all we have to do, just very carefully, build roads along here, and then connect across, and would you look at that. That's gonna be beautiful. Great. Very good indeed. So now we have all of this all set. Let's go ahead and create a way for the highway to get down to here. We'll just go 2 out from here. It's not helping me out very much, the game, so we're just gonna go with that. We'll flip this around like that. And wow, look! We have a beautiful way for people to get over here, but we're not done yet! Look at all the infrastructure we're building. It's beautiful. We're actually planning out ahead of time. We're gonna build this beautiful thick road up and connect it there. And guess what? The backbone's just going to get stronger because we're gonna have high density prepared. We're gonna be completely prepared. Okay. Oh boy. The heating is using a lot of electricity. We should probably invest in some heating systems when we can. But for now, we're going to have to just invest in more electric production. Quickly! Okay, there we go. That should deal with it. That did deal with it. Great. Okay, next up, we're going to continue with this beautiful, beautiful backbone of our infrastructure. We're going to try our best to make a road system that will make people happy and keep everything rather efficient. Is that still connected? That is not still connected. Everyone's going to be complaining in about 3 seconds. Or not. Well, I plugged you in anyways. Oh darn, you're complaining as well. Let's fix that. Yeah, we're doing a lot of planning beforehand this time around. I'm not making the same mistakes I've made in the past when it comes to city planning. We're going to ensure that we have a grid that is 100% prepared for an influx of new people. Okay, now we're actually going to upgrade this, because we're going to have a lot of people. Actually, will we? No, I'm gonna upgrade this. If I need to upgrade the roads leading up to it eventually, I will. But I'm gonna deal with that then and not now. I think this is actually gonna be fine, because the highway in the center there is dealing with a lot of the traffic coming in. Which is exactly what it's supposed to do, so great. That's good. And because this side is just a little bit more heavily built and industrial at the moment, we're going to give it some extra help when it comes to density on roads. And we'll do this, connect that there. We're going to make this right here very strong because we need to... Whoops! Wrong type of road there. I want to do that sort of L. Whoops. Okay, let's fix this. We've broken a few things. Okay, first off, let's fix all the zoning I've broken. Okay, the zoning is all fixed. Great. Now let's fix all of this. Also great. Fantastic. Okay. Please plug yourself back into the nearest electrical grid. There you go. So now we've got a way for the trucks to get across here safely. We've got a very simple road network shaping up. It's also pretty important that I get this all set. So, I need to actually think about the directions the roads are going, and this is coming off of the right lane, going here. And this is coming off of the right lane, going onto the right lane, which is perfect. Then this is going to go here, because the same way, right lane to right lane. It's going to just be much more efficient. And what do you look at that? We have created a... Okay, this one isn't very beautiful. One of these does not match the others. One of these is not the same. There we go. Very good. And then we just have to copy it one more time. Right lane onto right lane. Right lane onto right lane. Well, there's only one direction that can go. Same thing. We want it to go on the correct side of the road. Bam. And that is going to give us a lot more abilities for infrastructure and building up heavy areas. Because having these ways to get off the highway at 4 separate points, or is that 5? Because we've got one here as well. 5 separate points is really going to expand the amount of stuff we can do. So around now is when we're going to begin moving industry over to this island. Just because it's going to be so much more efficient. The first thing we're going to do is pretty darn simple. Does this go in a circle? Not enough of a circle for me to excuse doing that. We're just going to do this. This is going to be a really, really nasty solution, but you know what? I want a area I can put garbage at that isn't near people. So we're gonna put it on this little island. It's better than the alternative, which is putting it next to the citizens. Yeah, I connected the highway together and ruined its efficiency a bit, but whatever. Okay, that should deal with the trash issues. Look at that, we've really got the infrastructure building up and taking shape. Now, one last thing I'm going to add is going down here. I'm going to add a way for them to get from here up here. And I know it's going from a small little road to a big road, but I think there's going to be a lot of traffic going through there, so that's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to start filling in the gaps, because we, once again, have a lot of residential demand, so it doesn't hurt to make people happy. And now it's starting to look a little bit more city-like. We're going to see a more grid-like construction build up here. And that's okay. That's actually kind of the plan. But the difference between this and our other cities is that this is actually planned well beforehand. Well enough that I can say with pretty high confidence that roads and traffic aren't going to be a major problem. Not for a while. We have enough high-density roads, and we have enough ways to get on and off of the highway. And we actually have a proper highway. So we're going to be able to handle the amount of traffic coming across. I'm very bad at that usually, so it's one part I'm really trying to improve in this city. Here we go, look at that. Lots of people moving in. But we can actually expand the city in all directions now. Really take advantage of this framework we've built. Okay, that's kind of gross. Instead, we're going to kind of try to be artistic about it. We're going to grab the road and we're going to bring them into a triangle, a little triangle. And then we're going to bring that like this. Great. You know what? That works. It's a little bit odd and it's not super efficient, but I do want the city to have some character. I don't want it to be completely boring. And areas like this are where we can get a little bit creative. Right here, we're going to just quickly pause and we're going to build a roundabout in the middle of here. And we can put a park in it in the future. Just make it a generally nice area. Oh, we don't have enough money to do that. I'm building so quickly in this series that we actually don't have enough money. That's great! That means we're actually doing something in this series. Fantastic. That's good. Doing things is good. Okay, so we're actually going to go with a... We really need a one-way road. There we go. All one way. I think I'm responsible for fire and stuff very soon, so we're going to figure that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of lanes. I guess this is gonna have some serious commercial or something nearby, because I really need to take advantage of the amount of, well, traffic we can push through this. I mean, this is an insane amount of throughput we can get through here, because of it being a massive roundabout with a lot of lanes. Oh yeah, we can actually make this into a really nice area. Okay, now let's just make sure that we're taking advantage of this space and we're not just wasting it because of the roundabout. That's the worst thing. Don't build yourself into a trap where you can't use the space you're creating. Okay, let's build this out to here. We'll actually remove this, and now this is all going to be commercial, because commercial can really use the extra amount of people we can push through. People go to shop and they leave, and that creates a lot of very high traffic that's moving much more quickly than residential. I mean, industrial's the worst, but like, we have no industrial demand whatsoever, so no need to build up industrial. We're gonna start naming districts soon as well, which is exciting. I'm not quite at that point yet where the city's big enough that I need to differentiate the districts. But I think next episode we're going to start naming them. So if there's any district names you want to see, maybe references to old series in the past, or anything like that, tell me in the comments below what districts you'd like to see appear. And time is really flying by. I love this, just building a city to build a city. No underlying ridiculous challenges. Oh yeah, that's a nice roundabout. That's a very nice roundabout. I'm proud of that roundabout. Maybe we can get a park or something in there. Looks like everyone's very happy with the roundabout. How are you all doing? Great. You're all doing great. A little bit of pollution because of the sewage there. Let's get everything under control. Oh, we already put down police and fire. Oh, good. Great. We're gonna get a little bit better fire safety over here. We're gonna put down a very nice fire station. Fire department, fire station. Same thing. And we're going to put down a little one over here. I want to make sure that we don't accidentally burn down our entire city. That would be unfortunate. Police presence, we have a very low crime rate. Healthcare is going to be important, though. Let's try to get up to 10,000 so that we can invest in some healthcare. A lot of people coming in most likely have injuries as well, so very important. Also, we can raise the tax rate a little bit. I don't think anyone's complaining about it. We'll very slightly increase taxes, which will allow us to increase health benefits and coverage. We're gonna have to get a cemetery up soon as well to make people happy. Look at that! Average health is increasing very quickly now. People are upgrading their houses. We're making people very happy. Okay, and we can get a cemetery now, which we will build over, I don't know, somewhere kind of quiet, somewhere accessible. I know, down here just seems like a good spot. Somewhere more central to the city. Great! The city now has pretty much all of the required, what are they called? What are they called? Not departments. I'll get the word. But point being, we have everything we need to make things run smoothly. Although right here, we should probably invest in, instead of having them go around here and then up here, let's go ahead and give them a direct way to get onto the highway. Doesn't hurt anyone, will help people. Actually, this is the industry doing this. I've got another idea, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this, because it is useful. But at the same time, I'm going to create... Oh, we have highways! Oh, fantastic! Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade literally everything, then. Here we are. Highway time. Let's get this over with while it's relatively painless. Again, better to change everything up now than later. Because later it's going to be much more messy. Okay. So now we've got a very... Oh, we don't have enough money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One of these roads is kind of broken as well. This one is. Okay. We'll see if it fixes it when we switch it to a proper on-ramp. Look how much faster they move through those highways, though. Definitely an amazing investment to make into the city, getting some proper highways. Increases efficiency of pretty much everything. I mean, it's a little bit loud is the only issue. But I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of noise. Or sacrifice quiet, really. It's bringing noise. In return for increasing the efficiency of the city. Here we go. Rather expensive, though. Okay, very nice. I don't think any zoning was really broken by that. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it at all, actually. Great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch these on-ramps to actual on- and off-ramps. Which have less lanes, but are faster, and we didn't need 4 lanes anyways for an on-ramp and off-ramp. Kind of unnecessary. Great. Very nice. Everything is now highway-nist. I don't know. Highwayified. That's definitely a word. Okay, great. Fixed that. So, here's the deal. We've got our beautiful highway now moving people at ever-increasing speeds, but people are going through here to go around here and up here because industry wants to go directly back out of the city. And I don't blame them for that. It makes sense. We need to get people through there. However, we can also push for very efficient ways to get freight out of the city. Like, very efficient ways. And one of the ways we can do this is by giving the businesses a way to just send material directly out. So what we can do, this is going to be a little bit crazy, but we can go from this ramp here. Let me quickly switch this straight, so that's a little bit easier to do. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, that's a little bit too tall. So we're going to go... This is gonna be a little bit of an adventure. Okay, if we go over here... And then if we actually go up here, connect to here. Okay, never mind. This is not working. I wish you could create roads on top of roads, like have a proper double-decker highway here. That would be beautiful. Okay, instead I think what we're going to have to do is do it the slightly more complicated way. We can go like this. Out from here, like that. Great. Okay, we can't actually do that. So we're gonna do this. This is my plan. Bring this up to here, which isn't so bad. And now let's see if it allows me. I wish it just didn't care. Or I guess if I did this, I could then use move. Oh, darn, I can. Because we can do that. And we can actually lower it as well. The issue is that support is in the middle of that road. But if we were able to get that so that it was just like in the sidewalk of this one and not in the lane. Ah! Darn. That would have been so nice to have. Okay, but actually, this works. Having it like this, then going over. Very nice. And then... not and move it. We go like this. And that is a little bit too sharp, so we're actually going to do this instead. It's okay, slow but steady. We can make it look nice and be functional. Okay, that's a little bit too high. There we go. Now we have a way for freight to get across without having to cross through here, and they're already using it. Look at that. Much more efficient way for freight to move than crossing through here and going around. And that's actually going to save us a lot of traffic. Fantastic. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be a... Wow, we're up on 30 minutes already. Jeez. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. And... new Vooper is looking fantastic. We are really building up infrastructure. Great. Bye. And hail Vooperia.